Scenes, I love those scenes in the film. No narrative, but like you washing your hands and the mask, the same.
All of those things.
All those little things. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so that was her contribution.
No, like me in conjunction with Asma.
Yeah,
we were sort of the advisors.
Oh,
like me with a lot of the in terms of how the sensitivities Muslims have and how we would behave.
Okay.
With Asma also with the actual stuff that they have on the table, like there's a roti or
yes,
stuff like that, you know, which I don't know about that stuff.
Okay.
You know, like all the kitchen scenes, I don't know about that. But Asma was able to advise. But then obviously with the mosque scenes, I took a little bit more
active
guide.
Yeah.
But I'm sure those scenes began to be included as this kind of visual texture that was added.
I actually wanted the adhan to be part of the regular part of it, you know, like have that as a regular thing, you know, because we had the keys as a regular thing, the walking to the shop as a regular thing. We wanted the adhan, the call to prayer to also be a regular thing, but then it just, in terms of how it was portrayed, it just didn't work for the flow.
Okay, so you're talking about the soundtrack or the
just waking up in the morning as part of the repetitive nature of life.
Okay.
But you know, there are moments where you hear that, and you know, I'm a strong believer that like actors do this and films can do it. You take something, you make a proposal to an audience, their imagination does the rest. You think, think now, I've heard that right throughout the movie. Throughout the piece.
That is true.
Actually, it's only there.
That is true.
In the bits.
Okay, with bringing on board people like Vincent, Charishma, Denise, etc., have you met any objections from organizations like the MJC, etc., because this is obviously a commercial venture and here you're using Islamic culture as part of a commercial venture. Have you had any objections from organizations like the MJC?
Well, not yet, especially not the MJC with what they've been involved with recently. You see, this is the important thing that I want to get across. Generally the narratives and stories about Muslims and Islam that sort of are prevalent in the media space, narratives are generally quote unquote about quote unquote terrorism, war, gender issues. This is just what you hear all the time. It's always there, blah, from whatever corner. Right? Here is a family story that everyone can relate to. And the only difference is the protagonists or leads are Muslim. And in that way, because it's interesting because I get like, it's some strange things people, you know, just you watch this movie and you realize that Muslims are just like everyone else. And it's just so beautiful, the father, and they're normal people. And it sounds funny, but I get that, you know, and it's not their fault. It maybe sounds funny as it comes out, but if you've been bombarded with a certain view, then this is your perception. So now in this way you're just seeing a family, and I can relate to so much in the family, and in that way your heart softens to a group of people. And that's what we're hoping. We're hoping to understand, and the fact that it's so difficult, the fact that families must stay together. You've got slightly different approaches to things, but the end point is that how important family is, and we've got to do our best, even though we have slightly different ways of negotiating life, to maintain on one single path. And it just shows also, like within the movie, one time you're on the father's side, next time you're on the son's side. I mean, it shows both of the characters are flawed. The father has good points and the son has good points, or you know, it's constantly fluctuating like that, but at the end of it, togetherness, oneness, which is a message in Islam, and I think that will come across at the end. You know, this is what you're trying to.
Very strong.
We're trying to say.